Hi. This is just some hints for working on your function notation practice worksheet. So you should have this worksheet. It's double-sided. So on the front, you have this graph that has 3 different graphs. Yours is probably not in color, so it might have some like dashed and dots and stuff like that. And then it has this table of all these questions. And then on the back, there's kind of a table of equations on here. So I'm actually going to start by looking at this backside. It says use the following functions to evaluate. So on this left column, there's going to give you like f of 3, h of 5, k of -4, g of 2. So the things you need to be careful of is make sure you're looking for the correct function. So f is this function, and then they're going to tell you what to put into that. So they're saying look at function f, put in number 3, or put in the value 3. So f of x equals 2x plus 1. So f of 3 equals 2 times 3 plus 1. So I think f of 3 just equals 6 plus 7, or 6 plus 1, which is 7. Okay, h of 5 means to look at the function h, which is over here. H of x equals x squared plus 1. So h of 5 means to input 5 in place of x. So we're going to have 5 squared plus 1, which is just 26. So h of 5 equals 26. That's what our answer should look like. Bam. So over here, we need to be really careful. Make sure when you do k of -4 that you use your k of x. So the -4 is x. We're going to have 8 divided by -4, which is -2. So k of -4 equals -2. And that's kind of how that first column is going to go the whole time. The second column over here on the right is a little bit different because it's doing that reverse problem thing where you're finding the input and they're giving you the output. So they're telling you they want to find what input do we put into function f, so we still need to pay attention to the function to get out 13. So f of x equals 2x plus 1. So they're wondering, like, how do I get 13 out of 2x plus 1? And we can just set it equal to 13 and solve, so I had to subtract 1. That was 12 equals 2x. So I get x equals 6. Perfect. Find x when g of x equals 10. So g of x is 4 minus 3x. So I need to figure out how do I get that 4 minus 3x equal to 10. Well, I'm going to subtract 4. I get 6 equals -3x. Divide by -3, so I think I get x equals -2. And let's look at number 33. Why not? So it says find x when h of x equals 10. So h of x equals x squared plus 1. So I have 10 equals x squared plus 1, which is a little bit weird, but we solved some of these problems recently on a bell ringer, so I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides, and that'll leave me with 9 equals x squared. And I know two numbers that when I square them, I get 9 out, so I think there are two answers to this. There's x equals 3 and x equals -3. Two answers. Okay, good luck. That's what the rest of this backside is going to look like. On the front, we need to pay attention to this graph. So very similar. It's still going to tell you a function name to look out for and an input. Just remember that this input is the x value, and the output is going to be the y value. Okay, so we're looking for function f, which is my red function up here, and it says for the x to be 2. So I'm going to look for x to be 2. Here's x2, and I'm looking for my red function. Here's my red function at x equals 2. Is this point right here, which looks to be the point 2, comma 4. So f of 2 equals 4. Let's look for, I'm going to grab a different one. How about g of 0? G of 0 right here. So g of 0, g is my blue function on my page, and I'm looking for an input of 0, so an x of 0. X being 0 means not left or right at all, and my blue function, actually they all seem to be crossing right here at the point 0, comma 0. So g of 0 equals 0. Nice. That's how that left column is going to go. So you're just going left and right, the amount that they give you in the x value, and then going up and down until you find that specific function. Okay, on the other side, we're still doing the backwards thing. So it says find x when f of x equals 1. And we had some examples like that on our notes. So f of x equals 1 means like the output, or like the y up and down is 1. So I'm going to look up and down 1. So I look up 1. Here is f of x equals, or this is just y equals 1. So we're wondering where my function f crosses that, and f is my red function. Well, I hit it twice, right here and right here. So I have two answers to this one. There are two inputs. -1 gets me an output of 1, and +1 gets me an output of 1. There's this point and this point along that line. -1, comma 1, and 1, comma 1. So this is x equals 1 and x equals -1. Two answers. We'll do one more of those. So let's find h of x equals -6. Sure, number 15. Okay, h of x equals -6. So I'm looking down 6. Here is down 6. And h of x is my green function. So I have two different points that I'm hitting right there. I have this point right here, which looks to be the point -12, -6. And this point all the way over here, which looks to be the point 12, comma 6. So my two answers here are x equals -12 and x equals 12. All right, that is function notation for you. So good luck. Make sure you pay really close attention to which function you're looking for, f, g, or h. And on the next one, it even goes to a k. And be really careful with your work.